So is it really possible to build muscle while working the night shift? Well, coming from experience, you can. It's a matter of controlling the most important things, which comes to your mindset, your environment, what you eat, the way you exercise, your physical activities. Some shift workers, they'll do a lot. It all depends on what type of shift work you're into. And there's other variables as well that comes to play. Believe it or not, how you breathe is everything. If you're constantly breathing as if you're in stress, you will tell your body that you're in distress. Long periods of distress can cause severe health issues or whatever. It could cause a lot of things. For example, today I was deadlifting, right? And I was deadlifting 5 pounds for 4 reps. Mind you, I'm on my 3rd set and I started breathing heavily, extremely heavily. But something told me to tell myself, yo, calm down. We've done this at least 100 times. Just because you haven't touched this weight in a minute doesn't mean that you should be breathing so heavily. So once that hit how I think, stress levels dropped and the last set was easy peasy. All right, so now that we know some of the most important factors when it comes to building muscle on a crazy night schedule, how would you get started? See what you could tolerate. Not see what you could tolerate, but I feel like everyone these days think exercise is this really hyper aggressive thing where you need to be sore, you need to be tired, you need to be sweating, you need to really be killing yourself. But that's not the case. Because think of it, if you're constantly beating the body and the body's not having time to recover, which it wants to do, the body wants to adapt, the body wants to recover, the body wants to get better. If you're not giving the body time or the nutrients and the other stuff, like the proper environment to do that, then, you won't lose weight, you won't build muscle, which is most important in this video today. You won't achieve the goals that you aspire to achieve simply because you're constantly beating the body to a pulp, which I've done in the past. Again, I'm speaking from experience. All right, so some of the most crazy things that I've noticed that my coworkers are stuck with is motivation. It's safe if you work until 12 a.m. like me, right? So you work until 12 a.m. The next morning you wake up and you're just not ready to go to the gym the next morning if you have time. Or even worse is you have a second job and you're like, yo, I'm never gonna be able to go to the gym because of my second job. Not long story short, but back in the day, during pre-COVID era days, I was working 2 jobs. I was working about 15 hours a day. And guess what? I would get my workout in a bathroom. I would do some form of resistance training in the bathroom. I don't know what that sound is. And I would always do that. Ironically, it's kind of weird. Me going into the bathroom for 30 minutes to work out and really come out a little bit sweaty and smelly, whatever, change your clothes. Me prepping my meals during one of my jobs, which I was a cook. I would eat breakfast at work and then I would prep the rest of my meals for the rest of the day. And that would get me going. And just doing that every single day helped me reach my protein intake, as well as my carbohydrate intake, as well as my caloric intake. And before you know it, within a year, everybody's like, yo, how in the world did this kid jump from 170 pounds to 200 pounds? What is he doing? But it's really like setting up my environment to win. And once I did that, it became more easy for me to win. So when it comes to exercise is a little different. Some exercises, like say a deadlift, right? A lot of people don't really hinge a lot, or their lower back is weak because of their shift work. But if you're deadlifting at least 3 times per week as a shift worker and you're not recovering and your lower back is killing you and you're not getting stronger, then what's the whole point of doing that? Maybe you shouldn't be deadlifting. Maybe you should be doing something that you could recover from. Again, the body wants to adapt. The body wants to get stronger. The body wants to get bigger. The body wants to do better. You gotta give your body fuel to reach and grow. To recap, I know for a fact you can set your environment up to win sleep is very important. You're not getting enough sleep, so buying blue light glasses, since you're a shift worker, which a hack that an old coworker told me, yo, when you get my age, you're gonna need these glasses because the light is gonna whip you and you're not gonna be able to sleep. Which turns out to be completely right. Movement/exercise. If you're finding the right amount of movement that helps you progress and get better is better than finding a plan that isn't tailored towards you just because you see everyone else doing it, you want to get big and strong, but you got different stressors in your life that causes you to recover slower, or you're just not enough to recover. So many factors when it comes to recovery. Shit. So that's that. Foods. When it comes to food, it's kind of a little tricky because food affects everyone a little different biologically, your genetics and stuff. Like I can't eat mayo, for example, to put it short. What type of foods are you consuming to help you gain muscle? What type of foods are you consuming to lose weight? And follow your caloric intake. If you're eating in a deficit, then eating in a micro deficit, not something crazy, something sustainable. Like say if you're eating 300 calories less than what you generally eat to maintain your current physique to lose weight, while eating 0.8 to 1.1 grams of protein every single day to gain muscle, I kind of got off track. Just started spitting out numbers. But what I'm saying is find easy access foods to help you fill in the numbers. For me, it was, I worked in the kitchen, so I ate grilled chicken every single day, almost every single day. I brought oatmeal because oatmeal was easy to make during my 5-minute break in the kitchen, because you would get a lot of breaks in the kitchen. I would just microwave some oatmeal, put a scoop of protein in it, and would eat that. I don't remember if I went over sleep, but sleep. I would not eat 3 to 4 hours before bed, which is kind of tough as a shift worker. But for some reason, I would just sleep so perfectly fine. It was like some old study that I was reading where it was like, you don't want to eat close to bed because to each your own. Try what works for you. I tried both, and what works for me is not eating close to bed. And the blue light glasses definitely, there's been research that really helps with that. So doing that. Now, finding what time to work out it might be a little tricky. Say if you have a family and you have kids and you have to get them ready for school and run errands for the wife or for your girl, and then you have to go to work at night. I guarantee you, if you can find 1 hour to sit on the toilet, you can find at least 15 to 30 minutes to work out and prioritize your health. However, that might be. I did touch base on that timing. And I feel like I touched base on a lot of things where we didn't touch base on. Now, when it comes to breathing, the best advice I could give you for breathing is go outside and just really walk. On the days that you're not really working out go outside for a walk and really just focus on really breathing and putting yourself in that flow state where you're just really focusing on each and every step. You're really focusing on everything around you, like hippy-dippy stuff, but really focusing on that will help you lower your stress. And mindset, you can do this. For mindset, it's kind of tricky. Life happens. There's always something bad. There's always something good that happens to everyone every single day. And you're never going to be in that optimal mindset 24/7. But this helps. Understanding that, hey, listen, today might not go as well as I planned, but this is my goal and I'm going to stick to it. And I'm going to try to be as consistent as I can, because the goal is to reach this weight and feel comfortable, feel good. Just having, I don't know, that's just my mindset. But I really can't give much advice on mindset. All I know is find what drives you, focus on that. It could be bad, it could be good. Just really look at the end goal of things. If I were to give you the only thing I really want anyone to take away from this video is to remember that, hey, you are a shift worker, cool. There's so many shift workers out there that are really jacked or really lean or doing things that you wouldn't believe that they're doing. Just because you're working long hours doesn't mean that you can't prioritize at least 3 days out of the week to something physical that you can recover from, that you could test yourself. Just because you have access to a kitchen doesn't mean that you can't find foods around your neighborhood or around the area that has the right amount of calories, the right amount of protein in it. Just take the time to read and really focus on the game plan and focus on a game plan for the game plan, because it's not always gonna work out as planned. And try to put yourself in, ultimately try to put yourself in the right environment, in the right mindset. That's it. Whew, man.